Do this reckon it's all possible? The portal is in your mind by Chris Out. Like, so the link to the video will be the description below. Go and check them out. So let's into this reckon in 3, 2, 1.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So today I want to do one about power of your mind and how you can really
Yeah.
have anything you want in life. So I think the first step is just believing that you can have it, but you
Yeah.
really can. Just anything in life you want. Just taking from my own life, where I'm living right now, my dream city, doing dream career, have an amazing girlfriend, just doing a lot of things that at one point in my life just seemed like things that were kind of far out there, and the way I made these things happen
Yeah.
was by being intentional. So by that I mean I got to a point where these things just kept circling and wanted to find a way to make these things happen. And the way I did it
Yeah.
was one of the ways I found God. That was a big help. And then I also learned about manifesting, and it is real. And, people
Yeah.
talk about it certain type of ways, and it could. I'm sure everyone's got an opinion on it, but it is real.
Yeah.
I'm living proof of that. I know there's probably a lot of doubts around it, just being able to create things with your
Yeah.
mind, but it's true. A year ago, a little over a year ago now, but I was actually not even a year ago. I was in a point, visited Miami, told myself I was going to be, within a year, I was going to be here, and had no idea how I was going to, or how I was going to do it financially, or where I was going to be, or whatever. I didn't know, but I just told myself within a year's time, I'm going to make sure I'm going to be here. And then I put the work
Yeah.
in behind that. Now I'm in a penthouse in Miami, which is awesome. Not
Really
trying
awesome.
to brag or whatever, but just one example, was at a point where I didn't have a girlfriend for a long time, and I, again, put my mind to it, told myself I was going to make that happen, and decided to work on myself, just made some changes, and within a couple of months, met a beautiful girl. And then, it's the same thing for everything else. Same thing with my career, finding some success in that. Told myself I was going to put in work behind it, and now I have. So it's just, this isn't like a way to try to brag or anything like that, and that's not the intention of this. But it's to show that
Yeah.
really all is possible
Yeah.
for whoever is willing to believe it. It is possible and willing to put the work behind it, because there's a two factor behind that.
Yeah.
Saying, okay, I'm going to manifest this. I'm going to put my intention out there. I'm going to be in the state of it already have happened. And then there also is the work that comes behind that. So if you say you want to be a millionaire, you manifest that, but you also then got to put in the action. You have
Yeah.
to put in the work that a millionaire does. So if you're saying, okay, I'm a millionaire, and then you sit around and watch TV all day, you don't do anything that actually supports that manifestation.
Yeah.
They need to go hand in hand. And on
Yeah.
the other side of it too, if you're putting in the work, but you're not doing the manifesting side, where you're not believing in yourself, you're not putting that out there, that energy, that vibration,
Yeah.
it makes things very difficult. So putting those two things together, manifesting it, but then also putting in the work behind it, it gets you results. It's hard to really explain it until
Yeah.
you do it yourself and you see the results yourself, and then you can really see it. And it's available for anyone who's willing to do it. And if you really want to put the time into doing it, put your ego aside, which I know I had to at first, because it just seemed like a concept that was a little out there at the point where I kind of figured out about it. But once you kind of put all that aside, just say, okay, I'm gonna really give this a full go. No ego, no anything like that. Just gonna make this happen. You start to see results. Maybe you start with small things. You start seeing things happening. You start seeing confluences. You start seeing things that line up, and you see
Yeah.
results from your actions. And you say, okay, this is something real. So then you start putting in some more, work that towards the bigger things. Then that's how you get those things that seem impossible to many people, but is extremely possible. That's how you make them happen. You just believe in yourself to do it. And you put the work in behind that, and it's different time-wise for everyone and everything, but eventually it does happen. And when it does,
Yeah.
it's an amazing feeling. It just,
Really amazing. Yeah.
it's hard for me to really put it into words, because it's something that you have to do personally to really understand it truly. But for anyone who has things that you think's outside your reach,
Yeah.
things you can't do, it's all lies. Anything is possible in this life if you're willing to go for it. Be willing to believe in yourself, manifest it, write it down. understand what you want, put it out there into the world, believe you've received it, and then put the work in behind it to follow up on that. The work and the manifest need to go hand in hand. Put those two things together, you can quite literally do anything in this world. There's no limit. There's no, oh, I can only have this, but I can't have that. There's no limit. You can have whatever you want, as much as whatever you want.
Yeah.
But it's up to you to make it happen. That's the only hindrance of it. You gotta be willing to row. You know, God is gonna steer it, but you gotta be willing to row that boat, and you gotta put in the work behind it. Understand, whatever it is you want is in reach. You can have it. Just might take a couple of days, months, weeks, years. Who knows? But
Yeah.
the thing is, if you do it, you manifest it, you work, you give it 100%, you're guaranteed to make it happen. It's a guarantee. And it might seem a little crazy for me to say that, but it's true. If you put in the work and you don't skip any days, you will one day hit that lucky day.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's all it takes, but the only way you can make sure, this was Andrew Tate who said it, one way to make sure you never miss a lucky day is to never miss a day. So always just be putting in that work. Understand that it's up to you to make it happen, but it is possible to make it happen. Whatever that thing is for you, it is possible. It's all in your mind. That's what starts
Yeah.
everything. That's where the power comes from. Once you can become aware of that and hone in that power, you can
Yeah.
quite literally create whatever you want in life. And
Yeah.
I think that's something I wanted to share. It's something
Yeah.
I learned and I want to put out there because it's available for anyone. But a
Yeah.
lot of people just don't know they have that strength, power within them to do these things, so they just never do. But it's
Yeah.
all within you. It's all within your mind. Be willing to go for it. You can have it. You can create it. You can be it.
Yeah.
Just believe you can. Put in the work behind that.
Yeah.
Understand that whatever it is you want, you already have. And now you just got to do the work to make that mental match the physical. And once that does, you'll have that whatever that thing is. Just I promise you that. It's within reach. You can have it. Got to go get it. So that's gonna wrap it up for this one. Just a little impromptu video again, but yeah, that just was a fun thing to share. Something that's impacted my life a lot. So I figured it'd be right to share that with some of you guys as well. And yeah, appreciate you guys all for coming. See you in the next one. Remember to always live for the now.
Yeah. Live on now. Yeah. Wow. That was It's All Possible. The Puzzle is in Your Mind by Chris Out. A link to the video will be the description in the description below. Go and check them out and drop a like if you like. And comment below if you want to see more reaction like this one. And subscribe if you're new. And click the bell so you can be notified for a minute below in my bye. Wow.